Hey everyone, it's Meloo here, back with another endgame guide, and today we're gonna try and answer the question which one is the best artifact set to go for if you want to deal as much damage as possible. So first things first, of course, you want to have 5-star artifacts on each character, just for the fact that they get higher rolls. So if you have like a level 16 5-star artifact and a level 16 4-star artifact, even though they're on the same level, the 5-star artifact will have higher stats because they get higher rolls per level up. Furthermore, a 5-star artifact can be upgraded to level 20 and not only level 16. So the main stats make that much of a difference just because you can upgrade it for more levels. So this leaves us only with a couple of options. We could go for the elemental burst set that has plus 20% damage and the 4-set effect with attack 20% for 12 seconds. Or same for physical damage. I think we can abandon this one already because personally I think physical damage is not as strong. So we want to go for elemental damage. Then we have these kind of sets. Pyro damage bonus plus 15%, 2-set effect, and 4-piece set effect, increased overloaded and burning damage by 40%. And then we of course have also this set that is more like a defense set, so we can eliminate this one as well because it doesn't help us to deal more damage. On this domain we have the Anemo equivalent and the Hilo set, which we don't need for dealing damage, and here we have the Electro element set. So we have of course the Gladiator's Finale set, which will provide us with 18% attack at a 2-piece set effect and 35% normal attack damage if you're using one of these weapon types. But this doesn't help us dealing more elemental combo damage or elemental burst, so to say. And then we have this set, which gives us 80 elemental mastery. Okay, and increases charged attack damage by 35%. If the character uses a catalyst or a bow. Yeah, charged attack, we're not really using this a lot. The first thing I noticed is that the attack bonus on the 2-piece set effect of Gladiator's Finale, but also the other set that will give you a 2-piece set effect of 18% attack, they both have 18% attack, while all of the elemental sets, they only give us 15% damage bonus. So let's have a closer look at the artifact main stats and set effects. So we got the Gladiator Finale set, which will provide us with 18% attack, but we can also pick the Braveheart, which will also provide us with 18% attack. Or we could use the elemental sets that will only give us 15%. So let's have a look at the main stats. This piece you can actually get any elemental bonus as a main stat. So if we max an artifact out at plus 16, same goes by the way for the artifacts that go to plus 20, so the 5-star artifacts. The main stat on plus 16 maxed out is 34.8% electro damage bonus. If we pick an artifact that has attack on it, it's the exact same amount, 34.8%. So if we want to have a lot of attack and a lot of elemental bonus damage, so we deal the most damage, then we could say we pick either an element main stat artifact and go for an attack set effect, or we go for the attack main effect in combination with the element bonus set effect. So which one's better? Obviously picking the element bonus as a main stat and attack as a set effect, simply because we have 3% more stats. Right? It's not like pick one or the other, it's you just have more stats. So here we have the two options, right? Main stat artifact with element bonus 34.8 plus 18% attack set, so we get 52.8% bonus stats. And if we pick it the other way around, going for attack main stat and only pick the 15% bonus, we only have 39.8% bonus. So if we just want to have the most bonus stats possible, then we pick this one, right? So now another question we have to answer is, how valuable is element bonus damage? So I actually made some tests. In this game it's quite nice to make tests because the damage will always be the same. there's no, if you use the same gear, there will be no like range in that you deal damage. So I tested it with multiple characters, always with kind of the same result. Here we have a small example from my test that I did with Beidou. So this one is for Beidou. All the rest of the gear I didn't change. I just changed, the only thing that I changed was I used this artifact and made damage tests, and then I used this artifact and made damage tests. So I am able to compare it. What is more valuable, 34.8% electro damage bonus or 34.8% attack. And I did this test with many characters. Basically I did it with Diluc, with Fischl, with Chichi, and also with Beidou, of course. So this one is just a test for Beidou. So when I'm picking the Electro artifact with 34.8% Electro damage bonus, the E skill of Beidou, which is an Electro attack, deals 1854 non-crit damage and 3641 damage when it crits. If I pick the artifact with attack on it, I deal 3519 crit and 1742 no crit. So this amounts to 3.6% more crit damage and 6.4% more normal damage. If I do a normal attack, I lose out 16% non-crit damage and 19% damage when it crits, right? So this is huge, and for me it's already a no-brainer that I really don't want to have this one as a main stat artifact. Okay, I want to go for the attack one here. So for me, after this test, I'm really not convinced with the 15% element bonus damage. I absolutely don't like it. I think 18% attack is just worlds better. So let's have a look at the 4-piece set effect. Increases overloaded and burning damage by 40%. So maybe it's worth going for this artifact set only for the 4-piece set effect, and the 2-piece set effect, well, we take it. But we could also say, okay, we have the 18% attack. Is there another 2-piece set effect that makes sense? So we know there's Elemental Mastery. And Elemental Mastery will also increase our damage by our elemental combos, namely Overload, Superconduct, Electrocharge, and so on. So we could compare it if we now know how much Elemental Mastery can we get on a 2-set effect, and how much Elemental Mastery is how much percentage bonus damage, right? So if we have 1 Elemental Mastery, how much bonus damage is it? And then we multiply it by the amount we get through the set effect, and then we can compare it, right? And here I also made some tests. So now we just gotta divide the percentage by the amount of Elemental Mastery we got, and then we know how much Elemental Mastery, basically 1 Elemental Mastery, amounts to 0.46 at the beginning. But if you give them really a lot Elemental Mastery, then it flattens the curve. So basically it's not a linear function, basically it's linear at the beginning and then it flattens, right? So you could calculate the exact function, how much the Elemental Mastery is worth, and then you know it for every value, but this doesn't matter to us. We just want to know how much bonus damage on element combos we get by the amount of Elemental Mastery on the 2-piece set effect. So we can compare it to the 4-piece set effect of the elemental set. So let's go and check. 80 Elemental Mastery give us 36% bonus damage, and the 4-set effect of the elemental sets was 40%, right? But we know this doesn't make much of a difference, it's like 4%, okay? I would prefer 18% attack damage over 15% pyro damage any day, and 36 to 40% isn't much of a big deal. However, and now comes the important fact which will make this one still the set I will go for at least some of my characters, and this is this one. really important one. Using an elemental skill increases 2-piece set effect by 50% for 10 seconds, max 3 stacks. So if you have it like in reference to the 15%, so 50% is 7.5, 3 times 7.5 is 22.5 plus 15, so we would have like 37.5% bonus element damage. If you compare 30.57% bonus element damage to 18% attack, then this one is simply better. But it really depends also on the character, on how fast you can use the elemental skill, right? So within 10 seconds with Diluc, for Diluc it's really great because you can use it 3 times, right? You do the elemental attack, do 1 auto combo hit, then another E skill auto combo hit and another E skill, and now you have the 3 stacks up. Beidou, for example, I don't see her able to constantly have all these stacks up all the time, especially because you have to switch characters to do the elemental combos, right? So for characters that are able to spam the elemental skill a lot, like for example Diluc, I will definitely go for the elemental set. But for characters who are probably not able to have all these stacks up all the time, just 1 stack or maybe 2 stacks, I will definitely prefer the 18% attack bonus in combination with a 2-piece set effect of elemental mastery. So this pretty much sums it up. So this is like kinda the way I'm going about it for all of my damage dealers. For the healers, it's pretty simple actually. Like Chichi, this heal scales with attack, so you want to go for attack. And Barbara, I built her as a healer, and her heal scales with HP, so I built her on HP and a little bit of attack and healing effectiveness. So really the only big question is, what is the best artifact set for all of your damage dealers? And this is at least the way I will handle this situation. Let's summarize real quick. For Diluc, I will eventually go for the elemental set, and for characters that are not able to have all the elemental bonus stacks up, I will prefer attack and elemental mastery, unless there will be a set that has 5-star rarity and is also able to provide me with crit rate, then I will choose this one instead of the elemental mastery set for some characters. So I hope I could help some of you. Thanks for watching, see ya.